Amtrak's Coast Starlight begins its northbound journey at Union Station in Los Angeles. We watch it back into the station at the platform where we board. We soon pass Mission Tower and veer to the north at the concrete Los Angeles River. Eventually, we cross the river and make our way north through this sprawling urban area, passing row upon row of brand new houses. Our first stop is Burbank, a stop for the Bob Hope Airport, home of many airplanes flown by movie stars, as well as some commercial flights. Simi Valley is another stop on the way out of Los Angeles. A train called the Surfliner also serves these stations, as well as others. It's a regional train. Once common in Southern California, an orange grove makes a rare appearance. Nothing rare about all this produce. As we approach Oxnard, the first place I ever boarded Amtrak, we see copious amounts of productive fields. I'm always on the lookout for John Deere tractors, and here I was not disappointed. Here I see old International tractors. We coasted into Oxnard, where I thought we would see the station. Instead, I saw a water plant. We had to back into Oxnard Station. Oxnard has a handsome harbor with this marina. A great blue heron seems to like this boat. Oxnard is a coastal town with ready access to the beach, right on the Pacific Ocean. We saw these surfers looking for just the right wave to give them a sweet ride. This day, they just couldn't seem to catch a break. Oxnard is a gateway town to the Channel Islands, visible on this clear sunny day near the horizon. You can visit the Channel Islands National Park and Wildlife Refuge there by boat from Oxnard. Or you can just hang out on the beach and see them from a distance. We didn't need a boat ride to see these sea lions. They were right on the marina docks. An unexpected treat is the Navy Seabee Museum. This construction branch of the Navy has played a vital role in military success, surging from their base here since World War II. Visitors are confronted by this heavily armored Humvee in the lobby. Although dealing with war, the Navy Seabee Museum is welcoming and family-friendly, with a theater and a STEM playroom for young engineers. The museum helps develop an appreciation for the role the Seabees play in everything from handling cargo to building airfields and setting up bases. When it comes to accomplishing their mission, there's no lengths to which the Seabees won't go. Lengths or depths. A separate museum in Oxnard showcases a nautical theme that predates the Seabees by centuries. It's the Maritime Museum, specializing in maritime history through art. The main art here is ship models. It's founded by volunteers who built models that were more accurate than those in existence. The museum also has the stuff, the objects on display, that gives the visitor a feel for the sea and the watercraft that plied the oceans. Interpretive areas like this one foster an appreciation for those who sailed the seas on ships. Another feature of the artistic approach is the use of world-class paintings by Dutch artists, like this one of nautical warfare. The Maritime Museum at Oxnard is a must-see for those wanting a unique viewpoint of the world of ships and those who sail them. More peaceful scenes can be enjoyed from the window of the Coast Starlight as it continues its journey north. Once the train rolls out of Santa Barbara, it shares stunning views of the Pacific Ocean with the Coast Highway. Looking inland, it's the land that seems to come in waves. You really can't miss a great view here, no matter which way you turn. California's spectacular beaches are widely accessible to the public, just as views are accessible to train passengers. Some people get to live with these views, and people on the train get to view their rolling hills, if they can make themselves look away from the ocean. On this day, the clouds seem to compete with the ocean, joining these hills to form a haunting vista. At this point, the Coast Starlight takes its passengers beyond the reach of California's coastal highway. This is private property, a ranch that joins the ocean with nothing between the rails and the Pacific Ocean. This ranch has recently been sold to the Nature Conservancy, so it's protected from development. Its view left to nature. Since the early days of its existence, Southern Pacific Railroad has had a presence here, its rails hugging the coastline long before paved highways. When Southern Pacific gladly handed its passenger service to Amtrak in 1971, Amtrak combined the names of SP trains to give birth to this one, called the Coast Starlight. At some point, the Coast Starlight leaves the ranch, only to cross directly into Vandenberg Air Base. This continues the unbroken views of the ocean that we've been enjoying. A look inland reveals some tangible signs of the Air Force Base. While a lot of secret activity takes place here, the railroad continues its operation. A considerable number of satellites are launched from this base. We can see the launch tower from the train. Most launches here are done at night. This side of the airbase marks the end of over 100 miles of coastal views. After passing through Pismo Beach, the Coast Starlight arrives at San Luis Obispo. We look out on these historic rail cars as we wait for the Coast Starlight Southbound to leave the station. I've seen both trains in the station at once, but on this day we're told to wait. Now the southbound train pulls out and we lumber into the San Luis Obispo station. San Luis Obispo is a service stop and a crew change, so there's always a chance for passengers to get off and move around a bit. The San Luis Obispo station is a full-service depot. Passengers can buy tickets and check bags here. The conductors get off here to hand their responsibility to a new set, and those will be in charge of the train until it reaches Oakland. The train is serviced here, taking on fuel and water, as well as getting rid of bags full of trash. With new engineers in the locomotive and the baggage car prepared, and all aboard would soon have us pulling out. The next morning would bring us snow in the mountains. We got off the Coast Starlight in Klamath Falls and enjoyed this white Christmassy view as we rode the connecting bus to Medford. There would be plenty of this kind of view for those who stayed aboard. They would ride through the Willamette Pass as the Coast Starlight continued north to Seattle.